Hello world, I'm Gaz Cavalera, and this is my Super Nintendo collection. First of all, the consoles. Now, I have the PAL Super Nintendo and the NTSC Super Nintendo. On my PAL Super Nintendo, you'll see that I clearly have the Super Wildcard attachment, which it's a really good attachment. You can stick a game in the top, copy it onto a little floppy disk, and then, basically back it up and play it later on. Or get some of your mates and copy them. You shouldn't do that. But I've got the American Super Nintendo, which is this ugly beast over here. Now mine's severely yellowed, but it is the American Super Nintendo. It's an ugly, ugly monster. Now, the Super Nintendo was my first console, the first console that I ever owned. Now, my brother had a Sega Master System and a Sega Mega Drive. And when we were kids, we had an Atari 2600 between us. Also, we had a Spectrum, and in between, I also had a Commodore 64. But the Super Nintendo was my first console. The first console that I got it for Christmas one year, and all the games that I got for it were mine. But yeah, that's a PAL and an NTSC Super Nintendo. Now, some of the attachments and add-ons that you get, the accessories, I've got the Hudson Soft Super Multitap, so that you can play multiple players on a handful of games that accept it. There ain't that many games that accepted it. Bomberman was one of them. There's also Street Racer, if I remember right, that accepted multiple players. But here's the Super Multitap. Now, they did make a different version, which was the same shape as White Bomberman's head, and that was quite cool. But to be fair, this is the one that we got in this country. This is the one that I owned. It's my one, so it's the one I wanted. Now, the controllers for the American Super Nintendo and the PAL version Super Nintendo were a bit completely different. When I say completely different, the buttons, the layouts, everything's the same, except the Americans have this weird concave design on these two buttons here. Now, why do they have that? Ours don't. Ours convex. The Americans are concave. Never understood the reasons why they did that. Maybe the Americans have got stupid shaped fingers or something. I don't know. But I have this shelf here for me Super Nintendo consoles. Also, with the Super Nintendo, you can get Mario Paint, which is the game that's in the NTSC now. With Mario Paint, you get a crappy little mouse, and it's horrible, that mouse, and a mouse pad. It's actually aged terribly, that kind of thing, but well. A handful of games actually play on the mouse. A handful. And there's a handful of games that you wouldn't expect, and a handful of games that you would expect that just don't. I'm pretty sure Theme Park doesn't work with the mouse, which is a shame, because Theme Park would be a great game. Great game to use the mouse on. But yeah, that's my Super Nintendo consoles. Also, as accessories, you can get this absolute beast of a machine. It is the Nintendo Super Scope 6. I think it's called Super Scope 6 because it comes with 6 games. I think that's the only reason it's called that. Now, mine is, the box is a touch old and a touch tatty, but it's in pretty good condition. Like, inside, it looks like it's barely not being touched. I'm going to open it up and have a look, because it's been quite a few years since I've opened this thing up. And there we go. In the box I have the manual, another manual, and a guarantee, and 2 games. Actually, 7 games, but I have Battle Clash. I don't know anything about that game. I've not actually played it. I do like the front of it though. It looks really, really cool, and it's made by. Who's it made by? It doesn't say, it just says Nintendo Scope on it, so it must be made by Nintendo. And obviously, the bog standard Super Scope 6 cartridge. That's an ugly sticker, by the way. That's a good sticker. And in this box I have the rocket launcher device itself, the eyepiece, and the sensor. So that's the Super Scope. This wall has got all my Super Nintendo games on it, and I've also got my arcade stick. Now, if you want a Super Nintendo or a Sega Genesis, you need to have the arcade sticks because some games just work better on them, especially games like Street Fighter and whatnot. Now, for some reason, it's got the English and the Famicom colours, or the PAL and the Japanese colours, but then the American colours, I don't understand what the hell's going on with it. Why have you got a mix between the NTSC, the PAL and the Jap all on there? It makes no sense to me. No sense at all. On top of that, I also use this. Now, I prefer to use this controller, the Hori Commander. I find that the Commander controllers are, well, they're fun because you got the turbo buttons when you're playing games like R-Type, Super Aleste, any space shooters, anything like that, side shooters. The turbo buttons these days, they're needed. Okay then, the games. First game out is Real Monsters. Now, this game here it's a good game. It'll set you back about £10 most, and it's a platformer. The sticker on it tells you exactly what it is. It's the Real Monsters. You don't need to know much more than that. It's a decent game for the collection. Pick it up if you need to. Next out is a good game. It's Aladdin. It's made by Capcom. Now, the Aladdin on the Super Nintendo and the Genesis are different games. People will argue all day long which one's the best. It's hard. It's hard to give a preference. I'm a Super Nintendo fan, so I played this game. This is the one I prefer. It's not an expensive game. It'll set you back probably £7 to £12. It's worth it. It's a good sticker as well. It shows you exactly what you need to know about the game. It's Aladdin. That's all you need to know. Next out is a game that's got a poor sticker. It's a great game with a poor sticker. It's Super Aleste. Now look at the sticker. That's not an exciting sticker. You're not looking at it going, yeah, I want to play that game. It's not a good sticker. But it's a great game. It's a great game. Unfortunately, these days, this game will set you back somewhere between £20 and £30. Unboxed as well. It's a great game. If you're liking your space shooters or your side shooters, it's a game. It's a great game. Next out is Alien 3. Now, the sticker says exactly what it is. It's Alien 3. It's the same art that's on the DVD, the VHS of the actual movie. It's unfortunately made by LJN, but it's not a terrible game. It really isn't. It's not fantastic. It's worth owning. It's worth a try. It'll set you back somewhere between like £7 and £15, depending on where you're getting it. Next out is it's the personification of the 16-bit cartoon games. It's Animaniacs, made by Konami as well. It's a pretty good game. It's a pretty good game. It's not even an expensive game. You probably have to pick it up for about £10 these days. It's well worth having in your collection. The sticker shows you exactly what you need to know about the game. It's the Animaniacs. Next out is a game that it gets a lot of mixed reviews. Some people love this game, some people fucking hate it. Now, it's Another World. It's a difficult game. You have to put proper time into it, proper effort. I've never actually given it a good run through, but it does seem to be tetchy at best for modern day gaming. It's not an expensive game. It's probably about £10 to £12. I'm pretty sure I picked it up for like £11 at a Play Expo. So yeah, it is what it is. Now, the sticker on the front's pretty cool. The sticker does make you want to play the game. Look at this fucking like dragon snake thing that's about to chew on you, and you're like, oh no, this dinosaur's flying above me. I don't fucking know. It is a good sticker though. Next out is the first of my NTSC games, and it is Arcana. I don't know anything about this game. I've never ever played it. I think it's an RPG, but I've not played the game. I've not actually given it any attention at all. So I've never got round to it. The sticker on it does not intrigue me in any way. It's just a female wizard, is it? Well, she got some sort of tarot cards by the look of it. I don't know what's going on. It's made by HAL Laboratories. They're not renowned for making shit games. They make good games, HAL, so it might actually be a good RPG. It's not an expensive game. I picked it up for like £5. I don't know if that's actually a good price for it or not. So it's an under the radar game. I don't know anything about it. Next out. Oh God, no. It's the Batman games. Now Batman Returns isn't actually a bad game. It's actually half decent. And the sticker on it will tell you it is Konami who made it, and it's just Batman Returns. If I remember right, this is the better one of the two Batman games that I own, because I own the other one, and the other one's shocking. This game ain't too bad. It's not an expensive game. It'll set you back about £10, I think. The sticker on it tells you exactly what it is. It's Batman. He returns. It's from the movie. Next one out. I think this is the bad one. Batman Forever. It's got a good sticker on it, really. The sticker tells you exactly what it is. It's Batman Forever, the movie, the game. I think this is bad, this game, and I think that's why you can get it for about £7. It's not a good game. It's not fun. It's not fun one bit. I don't like it. Next out is Battle Commander. It's a Super Famicom game. Now, I don't know anything about this game. I've not played it. I've not put it on. Anything. Could be fucking anything. I do notice that's got Banpresto written on it. I do like Banpresto. They make some good games that I like. So I bought this in a bundle. The sticker on the front of it doesn't give me any encouragement to put it on. It could be fucking anything. It could be absolutely anything. Battle Commander. I'm assuming it's a turn-based, battle sim game. I don't fucking know. Can't comment on that game. Next out is Super Battleships. Oh, sorry, Super Battleship. Now, weirdly enough, this is I'm not going to say rare game, it's not, but it's a game that's not commonly found. And to buy this game boxed starts costing quite a bit of fucking money. If I'm right, you can pay like £10 for this cartridge alone. It's not an expensive game, and all it is basically the board game. Do the old board game of Battleships where you get your two things, put them up, sit down. I want A4, I want B9. You sunk my battleship, shit. It's basically that. But yeah, the sticker. It's just a fucking battleship with the word battleship, and then loads of text for no reason. Who needs all that text? What does the text say? Copyright, Mindscape, copyright. Milton Bradley, fucking Milton Bradley, bastards. But yeah. It's worth owning. It's not a terrible game. It's you can have the same fun buying a bloody. Anyway, next out is Super Battle Tank. Now, the sticker on it, you can barely fucking see what's going on. It's a fucking tank with fire behind it. Now, I don't like this game. I really don't. It's not an expensive game. You'll probably pay about £8 to £12 for this game. It's not a good game either. I would suggest not going out and getting it. Next out is I don't actually like these games. Battletoads. Which one is it? Battle Maniacs. Battletoads, Battle Maniacs. Now, I'm not a big fan of Battletoads. I find the games to be insanely hard, and I don't have the patience for them. I've never had the patience for the Battletoads games. It'll set you back roughly £20 to £25 this cartridge. So if you're a collector and you want games, this is one of the ones going to set you back. Most people like the Battletoads games. I just don't like them. Never have. The sticker on it is pretty decent actually. I quite like the sticker. It's got all of them. I can't remember. I think the names like Pimple and Zit and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure they've got names like Spots And then there's this sexy looking bitch up in the top here. Yeah. That's about it. Oh, and some big snake dude up here who's looking down on you going, I'm going to bite you. Yeah. Battletoads, Battle Maniacs. Next out, NTSC game. Oh, God, no. Terrible game. Don't even go out and buy this game. You'll probably pay £5 to £6 for it if you do want to own it, but don't buy it. It's Beethoven. Do you remember the film with the fucking dog? Yeah, that's what that is. It's shit. Absolute shit. Now, the sticker does actually a good job of telling you what the game is, but it's shit. Don't buy it. Don't buy it. Next up is, it's another game that I'm not a big fan of. It's Best of the Best Championship Karate. The sticker here is just shit. It doesn't make me want to play or buy the game in any way. It's not a great game. It's not. It's a budget game. You know, you'll probably pay about £5 for this at most. It's terrible. Now, you might have noticed I've got a bunch of games that I'm classing as terrible and don't like. Most of the reason why I own most of these games is because I do a weekly challenge where I have to buy a cartridge-based game every week. And because Super Nintendo is my favourite console, it's the brunt of what I pick up. So, yeah, I picked up a lot of bad games. Next up is, this is a hidden gem. It's called Big Sky Trooper. Now, that sticker there does not make you want to play the game. There's the fucking stupid little dog on the bottom of it. Big cheesy looking fucking asteroid. And what is that thing up there? I don't even know what's going on up here. Don't even know what's going on. The sticker does not sell you the game, but it's a fucking great game. You look down on it like you would Joe Zombies Ain't My Neighbours. It's that kind of vantage point. That's the best I can tell you. It's a fantastic game. Now, this cartridge will set you back somewhere between £20 and £30. It might even have creeped up in the last couple of months because I'm sure it's gone up. But it's a great game, and you probably notice it's LucasArts as well. It's well under the radar. Pick that game up. Next out, good old Bob. Now, the Bob game, it'll set you back £5 to £10. It's not an expensive game, and it does what it does. It's a decent game. It's fun. It's not special. You know, it won't set the world alight. It's not Metroid. It's not Mario. It's not Sonic the Hedgehog. It's Bob. Now, the sticker shows you who he is, and that's pretty much what the game is. It's him. It's Bob. Yeah. It's not even an expensive game. Next up we have, Super Bomberman. I love Super Bomberman. Absolutely love the Bomberman games. It's one of my favourite games. Bomberman 1 isn't a very expensive game. This will set you back somewhere in the region like £15, I think. It's got to be worth it. And the art is lovely as well. That is basically the game. What you see in that art is the game. Okay then, next up, which if that's Bomberman 1, we know that next one out is Bomberman 2. I'm a big Bomberman fan. Bomberman 2 is a great game. Absolutely great game. Now, the Bomberman games start getting more expensive as you go up in them. Bomberman 2 will start costing you somewhere between £20 to £25 for the cartridge. It's well worth owning them. Well worth owning. And again, the sticker on this game, it just makes you want to play it. It's fantastic. Now, next out is Bomberman 3. Now, I own the Japanese version. I love Bomberman. Again, so the box art, the sticker, look at that. That's beautiful. That sells the game to me. When you're buying the Japanese ones, they're cheaper than they are buying the PAL versions and the NTSC versions of most games. Not all games, but most games. Now, Bomberman 3 in PAL region or NTSC is quite expensive. I know in PAL region, cartridge alone is like £30 to £35. But you can get Bomberman 3, which is the exact same fucking game for the Japanese console. And it cost, I'm pretty sure I paid like £11, £12 for this. And I think that's what it goes for on eBay. Constantly that kind of price. Next up is a game that wasn't released in our region. Bomberman 4. Bomberman 4 is absolutely awesome. It might be the best of all the Bomberman games. Now the sticker art is just the same as other Bomberman games. It's Bomberman. Now this is starting to get more expensive, this game. This is like £25 to £30 for the Japanese one. but it's worth it. Now, it didn't come out in any other region, so if you've got the ability to play Japanese games, like I use a Retron 5, buy it. It's a great game. Next out, Super Bomberman 5. Again, it's a good game. It's a very good game. Now look at the art on that. That's beautiful. Look at the wolf and I think it's a... I don't even know what the fuck that thing is. Angry rabbit? I don't fucking know. But it's fucking brilliant. Now that now is like a £30 odd game. Might be £40. Bomberman 5. It's worth it though. If you like Bomberman, you've got to buy them games. Next out, Bomberman, Be the Man. Now, it's basically just dodgeball. It's basically just dodgeball using Bomberman. In fact, the Japanese have always had a culture of making these Be the Man games for totally different genres. And this is just a Bomberman one. You basically just use dodgeball. The sticker art is actually really, really cool. It's not a fantastic game though, unfortunately. It's not even an expensive game. You'll pick this up for about £10. But it is pretty cool. It's not special. Next up we have a game I don't know anything about. The Brainies. I do like the sticker art on this game, but I don't know anything about it. I think it's like a Puyo Puyo clone or something like that. I don't actually fully know. It's made by Titus as well. Again, it's not an expensive game. It'll set you back about £7 to £10. I didn't pay much for mine. Next out, oh god, Bubsy. In fairness, Bubsy isn't a bad game. It's actually decent. I'd put up there with Bob. He's just another mascot. The sticker's really nice on the game as well, by the way. But it's another mascot-based game. It's fun. It's not even an expensive game. It'll set you back probably £7 to £10. And it's not bad at all. It's worth it. It is worth it. But Bubsy gets a bad rap because of what Bubsy became later on. Next out is Bugs Bunny Rabbit Rampage. Now, I actually find that the sticker on this is... It doesn't make me want to play the game. I've not actually played this game, so I can't comment on it. It's not expensive. For some reason, it's 12 meg. Shut meg. It's 12 meg anyway. It's not an expensive game. I paid like £9 for it. I think that's about the going rate. Somewhere between 8 and 12, something like that. Best I can say. Next out, this is a fantastic game. It's not even an expensive game. Buster Busts Loose. And if you notice the little Konami badge at the top, it's a fantastic game. It's not even an expensive game. It'll set you back less than £10. And on the front, you see exactly what it is. Looney Tunes, Buster Bust Loose. It's a great game. It's well worth having in any Super Nintendo collection. Next out, is Cannon Fodder. It's a game that's, unfortunately, it's aged. It has aged a little bit poorly. But it's a good game. If you grew up with Cannon Fodder, you'll still enjoy the game. If you didn't, you probably won't get it very well. Now, this isn't a very cheap game anymore. If I remember, it's like £15 to £20. So, if you can get hold of it, get hold of it. I've always loved the sticker art on it as well. It's actually quite cool. These little dudes with all the little weapons and little helmets on. I've always been a fan of that shit. Next out, it's called Carrier Racers. It's another Super Famicom game. It's a game I've not actually played. Can't comment on it. The sticker doesn't make me want to play the game. Again, I bought a big bundle of Super Famicom games because I got them for like £15 and there was a handful of really good games in there I wanted. So that's why I've ended up with a couple of games like this. Next out, Super Castlevania 4. Must-own game. It's a must-own game. It's a fantastic game. It's one of the better games on the console. And look at the sticker art. That's awesome. And of course you see the little Konami badge in the top corner. Again, Konami on the Super Nintendo was really fucking good. Really good. Yeah. The game will set you back somewhere in the region of £30 to £40. But it's worth it. It's well worth it. Next out. An underrated game. The Chaos Engine. Now, the sticker on this is not a good sticker. It doesn't make you want to play the game. My cartridge is filthy, by the way. Yeah, it doesn't make you want to play the game. In fact, the back of my cartridge is fucking ripped apart. Yeah, it doesn't make you want to play the game anyway. But it's a great game. It's a fantastic game. If you've got any time, put it in your Google machine or on your YouTube. Have a look at it. I think you'll like it. Now, it's not a cheap game. It's probably £30 at the moment, but it's worth owning. You'll like the game. One of the better games to the console, I think. Oh God, no. Now I'm gonna have to hold this and read it because it's got the stupidest name. It is called Chester Cheetah Wild Wild Quest. That's Chester Cheetah from the Cheetos. It's a bad game. It's a bad game. Do not buy this game. 15 quid it goes for. Don't buy it. It's shocking. Although the sticker art's pretty cool. It is Chester Cheetah. And it's made by Kaneko? I don't know who they are. It's a bad game. Bad game, don't buy it. Next out, we have Clay Fighters. What can you say about Clay Fighters? It's aged terribly. Quite a lot of these 16-bit fighter games have aged terribly. It's not a great game. In fact, I've done a video on this game. I didn't enjoy it. It's got good sticker art though. Sticker art is actually pretty cool. And it's Interplay. It's not an expensive game. It'll set you back about a tenner. It's not great. They've aged terribly, these games. Next out is a game that I actually don't know if this is a good game or not. I was under the impression it was supposed to be a good game, but I heard somebody the other day, Retro Bear I think it was, stating it was shit. So I'll go with what he says for now until I actually give it a go. It's Cliffhanger, made by Sony as well. Now I don't know much about this game. Again, I'm gonna have to give it a go and whatever. It's not an expensive game, £10 to £15. Can't comment any further. You see on the sticker, it's Sylvester fucking Stallone. Okay, next out. Oh God, it's a game that I'm pretty sure is bad. I've never played it, but I've seen enough reviews on this game. SNES Drunk hates this game. It's called Bill Lambia's Combat Basketball, and it's shit. Everything I've seen in the game makes it look shit. Although the sticker art is actually decent. It does look pretty cool. You can actually see what's going on. But yeah, unfortunately it's made by Hudson Soft. Why Hudson Soft putting the name on this shit? Next out. Cool Spot. It's a good game, Cool Spot. The Mega Drive version I'm pretty sure is better. I'm pretty sure it's better. Mega Drive version. SNES version. Now what I've never understood with the SNES version is that why does it have Cool Spot written on it in a white bar? It says fucking Cool Spot there, and then it has another white bar at the bottom with all kinds of other shit written in it. Do us a favour, fuck off. You know, what is that because Cool Spot himself is actually a licensed property from somewhere else? I don't fucking know. It's not a bad game. It's a decent game. It'll set you back a tenner, but that sticker's fucking terrible. It's a good, yeah. Anyway, next out is Cool World. Made by Ocean, by the way. I've not actually played this game, so can't comment on it. I know the PAL version is very, very, very expensive. I bought the NTSC version because it was like... In fact, I bought a bundle of games that this was in. It was like 3 or 4 games. I got them all for £20. This was like the better game that was in the bundle. I think the American version will probably set you back about £10 to £15. Can't comment any further on that. Okay, the next pile is Cybernator. Good old Cybernator, good game. Palcom. It's not an expensive game. It'll set you back about £15. It's got to be worth it. It's a good game as well. It's a platform fighting game. It's half decent. I quite like it. That goes well in any collection. Oh, fuck me. Next out we have... Oh, God, no. Oh, God, no. Dennis the Menace. See that Ocean logo as well. Starting to see a little fucking thing here when it comes to Ocean, aren't we? Yeah. Ocean don't make great games. Now this isn't an expensive game. You'll pick this up from the region of like £5 to £7, but don't do it. It's shit. It's absolute garbage. Fucking garbage. Next out we have one of my favourite games on the console, Donkey Kong Country 1. It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. It'll set you back about £10 to £15 this game. It might have actually gone up a bit, but I don't think it has. But it's a great game. Now the sticker art on this game shows you exactly what you're looking at. It's Donkey Kong, Rambi. In fact, it makes Rambi look like he's a bad guy. I never noticed that, but it makes Rambi look like he's a bad guy. And then, the bees. Iconic in the game, the bees. Right, the next two games out of here are obviously going to be Donkey Kong Country 2 and Donkey Kong Country 3. Again, these are fantastic games. The must-own games for the console, especially if you like platformers. Now, the sticker on Donkey Kong Country 2 is awesome. Donkey, Diddy, and a plethora of the enemies, and Donkey Kong in the background. That's Dixie and Diddy, sorry, not Donkey and Dixie. And then Donkey Kong Country 3 is basically just the same. Kiddy and Dixie Kong with, other enemies and other stuff going on. These are great games. Donkey Kong Country 2 will set you back probably £25. Donkey Kong Country 3, probably £25 to £30. Great games though. Needed for any collection. Next out, Doom. Now in America, their cartridge was red, but our cartridge is just white. Now I think this is about a £15 to £20 game. It's not the best port of Doom though. It's not the best port. If you want to play Doom, play it on something else. Play it on something else. It's impressive that Doom plays on the Super Nintendo, but play it on something else. Next out, Doraemon 4. It's a good little game. If you could play Japanese Famicom games or Super Famicom games, get hold of it. It'll cost you probably £4 or £5. It's not an expensive game. They're fun, little platformer. Next out is Super Double Dragon. I hate this game. I hate the Double Dragon games. Fucking always hate them. Now this is like £25-30 game. I luckily paid for like £4 for it in a car boot sale, but I don't like them. Although the stickers are pretty decent on the Double Dragon games, or at least this one anyway. I wouldn't suggest getting it. Next out, Archie McLean's Super Drop Zone. It's Drop Zone, just super apparently. I don't enjoy this game. I don't think it's very good. It will set you back about £5 to £10. It's not special. It's kind of like a shooter, but you're dropping from the sky to do it. It's the best I can tell you. Next out, Bram Stoker's Dracula. I've not actually played this game. I don't know if it's good or not. If I remember right, the Angry Video Game Nerd didn't enjoy the game. But he doesn't enjoy any game that he plays apparently, so, it is what it is. Yeah, that's Bram Stoker's Dracula. The sticker art on it is basically the art from the DVD and the VHS. Not major. Next out is, Dragon's Lair. I've done a video on this game. It's not a good game. It's one of the better versions of Dragon's Lair, but it's not a good game. It'll set you back about £5. It's not great. Although the sticker art on it is fantastic. It's a shame the rest of it's fucking shit. Next out we have Earthworm Jim. Earthworm Jim. Now obviously everyone knows who Earthworm Jim is. Just look at the sticker. It's awesome. I'm not the biggest fan of Earthworm Jim games though. I find them to be too messy. I don't really know where I'm going half the time, and everything's springy and bouncy, and there's things that move. I don't fucking know. It's not a bad game though. No, this isn't an expensive game. It'll set you back probably £10 to £15. Don't know why I'm talking to myself like that. Next out is Eek the Cat. It's not a great game. It'll set you back about £5 to £7, something like that. It's It's got a great sticker though. But again, it's got that little logo in the top corner, Ocean. It's not a good game. But it does have a good sticker. Next out, Equinox. Now, what the fuck is happening in that sticker? Please tell me. What is happening in that sticker? It just... I don't know. I've not actually played the game because it doesn't make me want to play it. It's not an expensive game. About £10. Not really worth it. Sorry. That was it, yeah. Next out is Exhaust Heat. Exhaust Heat. It's a racing game. Again, it's not a very good game. It'll set you back about £5. It's not special, but if you like racing games, maybe don't buy it because it's shit. The sticker art is pretty poor. It's pretty poor. What can I say? Fuck. Next up we have Family Dog. Based on the cartoon from the mid-90s. This game's shit. It's absolute shit. The cartridge will set you back about £10, £13. Don't buy it. It's not worth it. Look it up on the internet. It's shit. Next up we have Fatal Fury. It's another fighter game. I'm not a big fan of the fighter games on the 60-bit consoles. I think they aged terribly. Might be worth your time. If you like fighters, the Fatal Fury games are actually decent. You pick these up for a couple quid. Probably about £3 or £4 for the Fatal Fury games. Now, if that's Fatal Fury, that means the next two out here are probably, yeah, Fatal Fury 2 and Fatal Fury Special. The sticker on these games are not special in any way. It doesn't make you want to buy the game or play the game. They set you back about £3 or £4 each. They're not expensive games. The Japanese ones just quite easy to get hold of. Next out, oh god, FIFA Soccer International. Shit. Oh my god, look, it's got the Ocean logo on it as well. I thought EA made this. Whatever. Yeah, it's shit. It's shit. I actually got this in a free bin. You'll spend less than like £3 or £4 on this. It's shocking. It's probably the most commonly easy to get hold of games on the console because nobody wants it. Next out we have, oh thank goodness, this game is fantastic. Final Fight. Now again, it's a Capcom game. Buying the Japanese versions is so much cheaper. I paid like £3 or £4 for this. It's well worth it. It's well worth it. And the sticker art for it is pretty cool as well. Makes you just want to go, yes, I want to beat shit up. Next out we have Final Fight Guy, which I'm pretty sure is just that first game with Guy in it. Now that's more of an expensive game. That's like £7 or £8. It's not too bad. Next up we have Final Fight 2. Again, the sticker art's pretty cool, and look, this big hulking bastard with his moustache. You're like, yeah, kill you. But yeah, that's a £7 or £8 game. It's not expensive, one bit. Next out, oh, now this is one of the best games on the console. So underrated, so under the radar. Most people don't even know this game exists. It never came out in the NTSC region. It came out in PAL. The PAL version of the game is very expensive. You're going to spend the best part of £150 on this cartridge. Buying the Japanese version is considerably cheaper, but you're still going to spend about £80. It's The Fireman. It's a fantastic game. Unfortunately, the sticker does not make you want to play the game. Even the PAL sticker doesn't make you want to play the game. It's basically the same fucking image, but it's awesome. It's top-down perspective. You're a set of two firemen. You've got to go into a building. You've got to basically put out fires and save the building. And the fire, each floor you go on is a different level in the game, and it's absolutely brilliant. You take control of one of the firemen with a water hose, and the other fireman just runs around solving mysteries with and for you. It's a very, very good game. Very good game. If you've got the ability to play it, the chance to get hold of it, pick it up, but you're going to be spending the best part of £80 for this cartridge. I was lucky. I actually picked it up cheap. I got it for like £30. Next out we have Flashback. Don't buy it. Next up we have Frantic Flea. Shit. It's a shit game. Look at the state of the cartridge as well. Look. It's not a good game. Saying that, Game Tech weren't renowned for making good games. It'll set you back probably £7 to £10. Ooh. Front Mission Gun Hazard. Now, give me a second because I can quite easily get hold of this. Here's the box for it. How cool is that? Now, this isn't a very cheap game. It's not a very cheap game at all. It's like a £30 game. But it is worth owning. It's hard to describe the game. I'd say go onto YouTube or type into your Google machines and then, you know, give it a look. Front Mission Gun Hazard, and the sticker's pretty cool as well. I quite like that. It is a Squaresoft game. Next out we have that £7. Don't buy it. Shit. Next out we have F-Zero, and for some reason I've got this. Hang on, Super Nintendo. We have F-Zero for the Super Nintendo. It's a fantastic game. It'll set you back less than £10, probably £5. It's a must own for the console. It's fast. It's furious. It's a great game. And the sticker on it is fantastic as well. It shows you exactly what you need to know about the game. Next out is Ghoul Patrol. This is actually the sequel to Zombies. Zombies Ain't My Neighbours. This is the actual sequel to it. It's not great. It's a decent game. It's a decent effort. But it doesn't play as well as Zombies. And if you're good at Zombies and you've completed it, by the time you play this game, you won't enjoy this game very much. It's not great. The cartridge is quite expensive. You'll pay probably £20 to £25 for this cartridge. But that's the best I can give you. What's going on with the sticker art as well? Seriously, it just shows you a bunch of weapons. Okay then, next up is Goof Troop. Now, it's a good game. It's a puzzle. It's a puzzle game. Top-down puzzle. Sorting shit out. It's probably worth owning. But it's not a must-own. It's made by Capcom. And, yeah. It'll set you back about £15. It's not a bad game. It's not a bad effort, actually. The sticker art is actually pretty cool. It does try and sell you the Goof Troop. Next out is Gradius 3. Now, this is actually a fantastic game. The Gradius games are pretty good. It's not cheap, it's about £15 to £20. But it is worth owning. Now, if you look at the sticker, it kind of tries to tell you what's going on without showing you what's going on. You know, you got your little Gradius ship and shooting and shit, but that's about it. It's not a great sticker, but it's a good game. It's worth owning. Next out, one of my favourite series for this console, SD, The Great Battle. Now, the sticker doesn't really do a great job of telling you what the game's about, but type it into your Google machines, type it into YouTube, have a little watch of this game. It's fantastic. Yeah, constantly walking around, fighting, shit in this. You got a couple of heroes that you can swap between. It's a fun game. This will set you back about £5 to £10. This is the first one in the series. Now, each one gets more expensive. Like, you got number 2, which will cost you somewhere between £10 and £15. Now, this actually shows you the heroes. Now, if you're Japanese, you'd probably know who all these people are. You probably notice and recognise Ultraman, but he's probably the only one you recognise. Maybe recognise what the Gundam is. But yeah, that'll set you back about £15. Number 2. Now, this is number 3, and as you see, it's got more and more stuff going on now in the sticker. You can barely tell what it is, but number 3 is a fantastic game. It'll set you back around £20 to £25 maybe. Might be a bit less than that, but I'm thinking that's what it is at the moment. It's a good game. They are so needed. If you've got the ability to play Super Famicom games, get your hands on these SD Great Battle games. Next out is SD The Great Battle 4. And you can see a little bit better now what's going on with these characters down here. This will set you back about £20 to £25. It's a fantastic game. It's a fantastic game. But the best in the series, SD The Great Battle 5. This is awesome, but it's a £50 cartridge. It'll set you back £50 to get hold of this. But it's so worth it. It is so worth it. If you can play the games, get this game. You will fucking love it. In fact, you'll love the rest of them games.